apparently, Paul, we had a request to do a video on a television series.
Yeah, this request came a long time ago, and I forgot about it because
it must have come like 4 years ago.
No, well, it might have come a year ago or something, and then I got another request for a different movie, and I said, you know what, we'll do that other movie instead because this is Trailer Park Boys. So I'd rather do something else. And we couldn't find that other movie, so we're forced to do Trailer Park Boys. And
we had no choice.
To tell you the truth, wow, I did not want to do this. Did not want to do this.
No, he texted me and said, hey, we got to review Trailer Park Boys. I said, I've watched Trailer Park Boys before. Why do I have to watch it again? And that's kind of been my sentiment towards it. So I'm gonna sit back and listen for a little bit about what you guys think about Trailer Park Boys.
Well, I hate mockumentary shows. I like things like The Office and Community. Things that are like there's a camera in the room and you know it's there. I hate those kind of things.
I don't mind that type of filming so much. Like I like it in The Office.
And then on top of that, the characters and there's this thing about Canadian acting.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the old days, in the 80s and 90s, you knew it was a Canadian movie because it just wasn't up to that level that you expect for Hollywood stuff.
What, you mean the Nova Scotians aren't good actors?
Yes, that's what I mean. and I didn't watch this when it came out, and I had no interest, and I actively avoided it.
But
I watched these 3 episodes, and I loved it. I loved it.
Did you?
I did. I watched the first one, and I said, okay, well, I see the kind of improv acting. It's not Hollywood quality. Okay, let's just see where it goes. And then episode 2 and 3, I was into it.
Wow.
I'll give you this. I had never seen the Trailer Park Boys. Of course I know of the Trailer Park Boys, but I've never watched it. And I put on the first episode, and about halfway, like up until about halfway through the first episode, I had this look on my face. And then I started to get to know some of the characters, and like Buddy with the gun in the trailer park, and you're just like, why is everybody afraid of this guy? Because he has a gun. Doesn't anybody else? Anyway.
It's Nova Scotia, so maybe not.
Doesn't matter. I started to enjoy it, but I hated myself for enjoying it.
Okay, so you obviously have another opinion.
Yes. I find it a lot of just too much yelling and swearing and the not good acting. Like when you first see the daughter, her first lines are like looking off to the camera at somebody. Daddy, are we going to do this? Like she's not like, what?
Yeah, but they're in front of a camera.
Yeah, but she's not even looking towards the camera. She's looking between the camera and her father.
But she knows she's on camera.
Yeah.
And that's how people react when there's a camera around.
I don't know. I watched like 5 episodes in a row to refresh my memory, and I will not watch it anymore.
Watch our first review from this channel.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You guys suck.
All of a sudden, when you're in the front of the camera, you're not yourself anymore, right?
Oh, I remember when Mark was first trying to do his videos.
The real estate one.
Hi, I'm Mark Mayo. Today.
That's actually better than I did it.
And I'm here like, okay.
Try to relax, Mark. and what did I say to you? I just can't relax.
But the thing about this, which I didn't like, was that they're real. Okay, I didn't like before I watched it. Okay, they are real people. Like these are the lowest rung of society, and you know that these people exist and behave with each other this way.
Well, the whole series starts off with them shooting at somebody and going to jail.
Yeah.
Drop it. And next thing you know, he's getting ready to come out of jail.
They were robbing someplace, and the cops came after them, and people were shooting. And
Oh, you know what? I didn't even see that intro. I only saw them starting to come out of jail.
Oh, you missed.
They were in jail.
Okay, so these guys, yes, they're nothing but losers. They look at the world in a loser way. They relate to each other like losers would. And I'm thinking, this is genuine.
Yeah.
This is 90% of society.
I didn't find the humor to me.
That's
And
pretty
I normally like this.
That's a pretty high.
Yeah, 90% of society.
And you got to, for some reason, you got the supervisor of the trailer park and his buddy. And the buddy
Always has no shirt.
he's
Yeah.
always shirtless for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, why?
And he idolizes the trailer
Like
park manager.
And you know, I've seen that guy somewhere in my life. I've seen people like that.
And then Julian, which is the brains of the operation, he's the real master of the trailer park for some reason, because he's a loser too.
I think Bubbles is.
Well, he's the brains, but the other Julian's the leader, and Julian always has his rum and coke, always. Apparently, in the series, he even flips a car and he crawls out of the wreck, and he still has his rum and coke and he's drinking it.
He didn't spill it.
Yeah, and like they have to make money, and so they do this adult film movie, or they try to, and it's just they're losers at that too.
They're losers at everything. That's the whole point of the series.
Yeah.
I should be right into this. It's Nova Scotia. It's for where I'm from, although I didn't live in a trailer park.
Now, did you rewatch it seriously?
Five. No, I watched 5 episodes sitting over there on the couch, watching 5 episodes. And
did you go into it saying, I'm not going to like
no, but I remember watching this before. I gave the first season a whole try when it first came out. And
well,
it's just not my humor.
I went on the review sites and I looked it up. And you know how we said everybody loves Galaxy Quest?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Galaxy Quest had a 7.5 out of 10. This had like 8.9. 55,000 reviews.
It's really weird because I don't know how many people in trailer parks have the internet.
Listen, this movie is the equivalent of, you know how when you're driving down the road and there's an accident and you know you shouldn't be staring, but you're like, you can't not look? That's this show.
Maybe people thought this was the very first reality show that was really true.
It's possible.
It's so genuine.
I don't know. I just, things like, okay, you can sleep in my car tonight. And he goes, okay, 2 nights, tops. Yeah, okay. I'll be gone within a couple weeks, swear. This kind of, it's just.
And a guy's cat wanders into his car, and now suddenly it's his cat. And now there's a fight on whose cat it is. It's just simple little things that are not interesting, are super funny.
I don't think they ever did explain why there's this camera following them around and they're making this documentary for Julian.
Yeah, they say it right at the beginning. He's doing a documentary on him.
For what?
It doesn't say why, just that they are.
That's what I'm saying. Like we just are.
Yep. And who knows where the money's coming from.
So if you're interested in watching this, the plot of it is there's a guy who basically runs a trailer park. He and his buddy go to jail. When they get out, there's another gangster who's kind of taken control of the trailer park and he's terrorizing them. And
moved into Julian's trailer.
Yeah, and the first episode is Julian reestablishes his dominance and gets the other guy out. And now they have to kind of like rebuild their life in the trailer park.
You know what's awesome?
Yeah, and by the way, the only way he gets him out is because the other guy is too chicken to pull the trigger.
Yeah, the big gangster can't pull the trigger.
Because he's like,
I love that we're doing this review while I'm in a trailer park.
Yeah.
You are the lowest of the low.
And you just got through talking to us that yours is the only one that the yard's not done. It's a mess.
The grass is overgrown because we've not been here in 2 weeks and everybody else's yard is beautiful. I don't know.
So if you're near a trailer that looks disgusting and it's the only one around, say hi to Mark.
So this show is not for everybody.
Nope.
There's apparently an average of 70 F-bombs in every episode. And most of it, 90% of it, I think, is from one character. And So my wife would not enjoy this whatsoever.
And I guess I'm just too mature for it now.
You must be.
I just
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's what it is.
Oh my god, it's wet. Oh.